PlayStation 1 or PS1 game called Kingsley's Adventure, where you play as this fox called Kingsley, and you're supposed to go around these other worlds, helping out the inhabitants of them, and basically, trying to become a true knight is what he wants to do. And you're supposed to stop this rat, or whatever he is, called Bad Custard. Yeah, that's the the main villain guy's name in this game here. His name's Bad Custard. I guess it's better than spoiled custard or rotten custard or smelly custard. I guess. I think it's kind of an odd name, but anyways, it's just me playing a bit of the game. The main castle area, a little bit of that. I show off a little bit of the first world, and that's about it. I wasn't really sure what to record for this or whatnot, how long to make it. But I did actually complete the game. The game itself, for movement, has tank controls, so if you're not a fan of using that in video games, I would say not play this, but I would also say don't let that discourage you. Try this game if you want. It's short, probably take a few hours to complete. If you got the patience to play the game and use the tank controls to move Kingsley around, you'll probably die a lot in the game. I did myself, whatnot. For the most part, I did. The areas are kind of big, but not too big. There's no map. Basically, you just need to run around, talk to anybody that's just standing around doing absolutely nothing, and to know what the hell you're doing. I mean, the king and his queen, these two rabbit people, they'll say, "Oh, hey, go to this village and talk to the inhabitants because this bad guy has taken over and whatnot, and you need to go there and help them." And that's basically what you do for all the worlds. Although, spoiler alert, 3 of the worlds towards the end of the game, well, if you did it the way I did it, you'll have to go fight Bad Custard's 3 henchmen or whatever, because there was a alligator, spoiler alert, for one of the bosses in the, spoiler alert, first level that you fight on this anchor that's a ways out. You'll be able to fight him eventually, but I fought him before going to the 3rd world in the game. So I did that. I defeated all the enemies. You can open up these chests within these the worlds. They might have a piece of heart, they might have coins, which I don't really know what the coins do. You can't buy anything. And what I mean is that any weapons, like you'll get these boots that really don't do anything. Like, you can't use them. I mean, they're used to get to a specific boss later on in the game towards the end of it. And you get these magical gloves, and the same thing. They don't really do anything extra. And then you get this gem, this green emerald gem on your shield towards the end of the game. And spoiler alert for all this stuff, by the way. And those don't do jack shit in combat, literally. They're just aesthetic things for combat, but speaking of that, you'll want to block a lot because, you know, your shield is going to be your good friend here within this game, especially if you don't want to get hit by an enemy. Yes, you can get hit from the sides and from the back and lose health that way. So make sure you're always having Kingsley face the enemy you're attacking. Yes, the enemy will block a lot. Sometimes it may block twice in a row or something. One thing to do is stand a little ways away from them, but not too far. You know, sort of close, but still a little ways. And then, you know, just press the attack button, swing your sword or your axe or whatever you have, your dagger in the game. Hit them a few times, they'll go, oh, and then they'll disappear. And that's basically the exact noise that they do that I just made and that's for every enemy that you defeat in the game. Well, minus some other like minor enemies, you know, that you can find. You know, there's like little spider things that also come out of treasure chests, and there's like some scorpions and stuff that you have to fight. Those don't. They make like this kind of like squish noise or something like that. You feed them random stuff, but you know what I'm talking about. If you played the game, or if you ever decide to play the game and come watch this video after you are into the game itself, and you know, wherever you're at. But yeah, I guess the game was all right for a late 90s game. I haven't really played too many of these types of games where, you know, you use tank controls. There was a game that I did play, at least a demo of it, here on my channel called Alyssa the Awakening. It had tank controls. It was a horror game. Got some videos of that. Self-promoting my videos because why not? Might as well. No one else is gonna do it. And you know, like I said, Kingsley's Adventure has tank controls, so if you're not into that, you know, he said you might have to have a lot of patience playing the game. You know, especially if you aren't very patient and don't have much patience while playing these types of games. But yeah, it's short. I don't know, maybe a few hours. Can't really say an exact amount of time. Maybe 2, 3, 4 hours at the most, depending on if you play, you know, maybe half hour, an hour and a half, you know, in one sitting or so, and you know, you do that. I did play this on the PlayStation 1 emulator, and like always, no, I don't give out download links. You gotta go find that on your own. Google's your best friend if you want to find these emulators, or if you want to find these games that I have on my channel, including the some of these games that have an unofficial English patch to the game, especially if the game was never released in English to begin with. And you gotta go find the game files and the emulators if you want to play them on the emulator that you know the game is on. You gotta find that on your own. But anyways, back to Kingsley's adventure, not quest. You would think it would be more like a quest instead of adventure, but anyways, I want to talk about that one town. I mean, there's this one town that's literally called Poor Luck, and I'm just like, all right, oh, okay. I thought it was weird how their beds were facing the window. I said, who does that except like maybe an anime or manga or whatever, you know? And then there was also this one town, kind of had like a kind of brownish fog or something, I guess you would call that. And I don't know why they didn't have the lights on it. And I think it was supposed to be night. And the other one called Poor Luck, it was night. They had kind of lights on, but there was not much of a glow or, you know, a light effect going on, like a shine. And to this other town, yeah, they were totally drinking root beer in it. Sure, root beer. Remove the root and you tell me what you get, huh? Beer. You know, and I'm saying because they all had like a headache, and I'm like, okay, but I'm seeing a lot of bottles around, and this is totally not freaking root beer. And that's a bit of a spoiler. You'll go to that town in the game if you haven't been there in the game, or if you haven't played the game. You'll do that. Oh, hey, why not? I will say there's one creepy location within this game. I could have made an actual video of that, but yeah, it's okay. That you'll be going in, and hey, why not go ahead and promote some other videos? I have some videos here on my channel called Creepy Locations in Video Games, where I've basically been to a location in a video game that was kind of spooky, creepy. Go check those videos out too. I have some other videos here on my channel where I play as non-human characters, like some Crash Bandicoot videos, some Spyro ones a little bit, and whatever else I have. And Tail Concerto, another PlayStation 1 game, although it's not really related to Kingsley's adventure here, you know. It features a non-human playable character, a dog called Waffle. I do wonder if he likes waffles, though. Maybe I should ask him. I'm just messing around. But, you know, in case you like games where you don't play as a human or human-like character, you play as like an animal character like Crash or Spyro or whatever, you know. I got some of those on my channel. I would say I didn't really like the tank controls in this game. Some of those jumps were, yeah, you know, they weren't hard. It's just, you know, you had to like run and you had to jump. You know, I want to like move mid-air, you know, and change my direction. I don't want to just have to like walk one way, stop, and then just like, okay, move the other way, move that way, get this, that, you know, do that. You know. I don't think there was any Easter eggs or secrets in this game. There might have been. I never looked for any. Although I found that in the main room in the palace where you start, you can go in this one room and there's a like little bath with a rubber ducky in it, and you can jump in the water, and that's all you do. You jump in it and you stand in it, and you don't do anything else. But yeah, I guess maybe I was, I guess, give it a score, this game, maybe a 6 out of 10. I guess it was just fine. Maybe this is tank controls that did it. You know, that kind of was like, well, you know, it's alright. Man, some of those archers, though, in the game, you know what I'm talking about. And the one stone statue, man, and that towards that last one on Reggie's level, oh boy. I said I knew one of them son of a guns was gonna do a specific thing, and I sure as hell was right. And you'll know what I'm talking about. You go through the first level, and you know, you do that, and or no, it was the second level. Excuse me, the poor luck level. You go through there, and you'll find a statue, and I think, oh hey, you know. That's all I'm gonna say for that. You'll have to play the game to know what I'm talking about. Once you get to Reggie's level towards midway, maybe midway, close to almost finishing the game, you know what I'm talking about. So the game is fairly easy to play. You know, I would say it's fairly easy to play. It's something I could say, I guess. It's not really all that difficult. I mean, it's just a lot of the time when you're fighting enemies, like I said a bit ago, you have to block a lot. They may block, or um, you know, do be careful if you play this game, because there are some areas where these rocks and barrels and these other stone things may crush you in the game. That happened to me a bunch. I was like, oh shit, that sucks. I said, man, I'm gonna lose some lives here getting crushed by these damn things, and hey, it's exactly what happened. You gotta get out of the way or you're gonna get crushed. And yeah, I mean, there's other things too. Some enemies could get you or whatnot. The puzzles in the game are also fairly easy, or should be fairly easy to solve, complete. Nothing really too difficult, just some wandering around. Some levels are longer than others. I would say Reggie's level was probably the longest. Towards the end of the game, like I was saying, there's 3 bosses you have to fight before you fight the main boss, Bad Custard. And you don't have to really do too much. There's not too much, I'll say dungeon exploring or whatever, going through, like that type of level. In order to get to the bosses, you just go right to them or whatever. And that's pretty much all I gotta say, I guess, about the game. It's okay. I would say play it if you like characters that aren't human, that are like animal characters. If you're into those types of video games, if you like, I would say this, yes, it is a role-playing game. If you're into role-playing games, give it a try, this game. If you like games where you use tank controls to move around, I guess this is your game too, even if you don't like that type of movement and controls like that, I'd still say give this game a try. If you want something short, easy to play, sort of easy. Gotta watch out for them jumps, gotta block a lot. And that's what takes up the most time, is these slow attacking, the enemies here and there, waiting for them to unblock and you'll be able to hit them. And they usually, take 2, 3, 4 hits, and the enemies, not the bosses, though, I should say. Yeah, I'm surprised I actually completed this game. I was just gonna show off this and call it good and not even bother completing the game, but I did. I did complete the game, like I said. So that's that. I haven't really mentioned this with the other videos that I played, but I did complete Tail Concerto. You have to look in the description of the videos to see if I add, I have completed this game, and in case I don't mention it in voiceovers. But anyways, please go subscribe, share the video on your social medias if you want to. You can give the video a thumbs up, you don't have to. Thumbs down really doesn't do anything, by the way. In case people don't like the video, at least I know I liked it. I like making it, so turn on your notifications so you don't miss when I upload new videos. Check out my other videos, even videos that don't have a view. They're here on my channel for a reason, you can go watch them anytime. And of course, if you can't watch a video or don't want to watch a video that's long like this all the way through, hey, come back and watch it some other time. They're here on my channel. You can always do that. So thank you for watching, and see you next time.